So good morning students. Once again you are welcome in social science lecture. Today we are going to take a new chapter from political science, that is chapter number 2, understanding secularism. Okay, so in this chapter why we are going to learn this chapter, what are the learning objectives. So everything we do we have some sort of objective in that. So let's see what are the learning objectives of this chapter. First will be to understand the need to separate religion from state. Here, the word state means government, okay, authority. Second thing is to understand secularism in the Indian context. So, the meaning of secularism or the term secularism may have different meanings in different contexts because the social structure and the social composition of the different countries is different. Okay, so let's see here. India is a land of many religions. Almost all major religions of the world are practiced in India. Each religion has different beliefs and practices. How can we create a new moral code that amalgamates the best practices of each religion? Okay, so we will try to find out the answer of this question in this chapter. Okay, so actually what is the meaning of secularism first of all? So secularism can be understood as the belief that religion should not be involved with the political affairs of a country. It means politics must be kept different from religions, or religions must not be involved in the politics. Okay, so in Hindi, the meaning of the word secularism is or dharm nirpekshta. Dharma nirpekshta. Most countries in the world abide by this belief, and the religious practices of its citizens are left in private domain and respected. Okay, so we must respect the individual. We must respect the faith he follows. Okay, because this is the individual's freedom or liberty, or you can say the right of the individual that he is free to adopt his own religion and follow the faith he want to follow. So the state government means the government, the authority, or other individuals must not interfere in his or her belief or faith. So we must keep it the private domain of individuals, not the public. India is also one of these countries where secularism is upheld. While secularism in a stricter sense implies complete distinction between the state and any religion, in India it can be understood as treating all religions as equal before law. So, in the Indian context, what we have done with secularism that we have used it as a tool to bring equality among all the religions or the followers of all the religions. So, in principle, what is a secular state? A secular state is a state. Students, when I say state, it means a country and also it means a government. So, a secular state, a country, is a country that treats all the persons, all the religions equally. In fact, in a stricter sense, अगर हम strictly इसको follow करें secularism को देखें तो then what will be the meaning of secularism? That there is no state religion. एक स्टेट का, एक गवर्नमेंट का, एक कंट्री का कोई भी रिलीजन नहीं होता। इसी को हम सेकुलरिज्म बोलते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू सी मोस्ट ऑफ द गल्फ कंट्रीज, सऊदी अरेबिया, कतर, ओके, सऊदी अरेबिया हो गया और दूसरी कंट्रीज हो गई, देन यू विल सी दैट दे आर इस्लामिस्ट, इस्लामिक कंट्रीज। दे आर नॉट सेकुलर कंट्रीज, दे आर इस्लामिक कंट्री बिकॉज देयर स्टेट रिलीजन इज इस्लाम। वो इस्लाम को अपना रिलीजन मानते हैं, एंड अदर रिलीजन्स doesn't got so much respect there. Okay, now in India we don't totally ignore the religion. We try to, through government agencies, we try to bring equality among all the religions. Okay, so countries which advocate a religion as the state religion are referred to theocratic states. वो states, वो countries जो किसी खास रिलीजन को फॉलो करती हैं उनको हम थियोक्रेटिक स्टेट्स बोलते हैं। In a theocratic state, a particular religion is given priority over other religions. Priority होती है पहल देना को। कोई भी अगर काम है, मान लो जनता के लिए ही कोई काम करना है, तो क्या होगा ऐसी कंट्रीज में, क्या होगा कि जो लोग बिलोंग करते हैं किसी पर्टिकुलर रिलीजन को, जिस, जैसे कि अगर इस्लामिक कंट्री है जो, तो जो मुसलमान होंगे उनके लिए पहले वो स्कीम अच्छा सोचेंगे, बाकियों का बाद में ध्यान रखेंगे। ओके, so countries like Pakistan and Iran are Islamic republics where Islam is given official status, but other religions also coexist. The Vatican City is also an example of theocratic state. Vatican City, the where the Pope lives. Pope is the head of the Christian people, religious head of Christians. Okay, so it's a smallest countries. It's the This is the smallest country in the world. You also know. So its religion is Christianity. Okay, so Roman Catholic सोसाइटी भी हम इसको बोलते हैं। Reasons for separating religion from the state. So what are the, what we are, why we are talking about secularism, or what is the need to separate religion from the state? गवर्नमेंट से दे अलग करने की जरूरत क्यों है हमें रिलीजन को? So the preamble to the Constitution of India declares that India is a secular country. This means that Indian state is a non-theocratic state. The state protects all religions equally and does not itself uphold any religion as the state religion. So according to the Constitution of India, India is a secular country. Okay, it means we are non-theocratic state. So we respect all the religions, and our government or our country don't have a special official religion. Okay, now the constitution clearly defines that the state should deal with individual as a citizen irrespective of his or her religion. The state should have nothing to do with religious affairs except under circumstances when the activities of a religious practice becomes a threat to the unity and integrity of the state. सो स्टेट तब तक किसी इंडिविजुअल के रिलीजन में इंटरफेयर नहीं करती जब तक कि बहुत से लोग ना उसमें इन्वॉल्व हों और वो सोसाइटी के लिए या देश के लिए खतरा पैदा कर दें। सो टिल देन स्टेट remains away from the religious practices of the people. This clear directive helps first in determining the relationship between state and religion. Secondly, it assigns relative distance between state and different religious communities. It also helps in ensuring harmonious relationship between different communities. So if state remains away from the religious practices of the people, then people will trust the state. Okay. So it also helps to ensure harmony and peace among the people of following different religions. Okay, so here comes the reasons that why separate religion, why to separate the religion from the state. So for maintaining dignity of every citizen and to work for the welfare of the every citizen of the country, it is necessary for the state to remain away from the interfering in the religion of the people.